Today, I will take you through a series of asanas that focus on stretching the back, the arms, and the wrists, specifically designed for pole dancers. Hello, and welcome to Asana with Jess, taking a big shoulder roll to start and moving into our first pose. Lifting your left arm over your shoulder, bending at the elbow, and taking your right arm, rotating it behind your back so that the palm faces outwards. Reach your hands together to touch if you can. Focus on pulling the left elbow up and out. You should feel this stretch in your left tricep. And releasing your arms when you are ready. Repeating this on the other side, this time taking your right arm over your shoulder and taking your left arm, rotating this behind your back. Once again, reaching your hands together if you can, but it's okay if you can't. And releasing your arms. Hold on to opposite elbows in front of you, keeping your elbows at shoulder height. Aiming to push your elbows away with your hands until a gentle stretch forms along your trapezius muscle. Release your hands and come onto all fours in a tabletop position. Rotate each hand so that your fingertips are facing towards your hips. Inhaling, dipping the spine, looking forward for cow. Exhale, tucking the chin into the chest for a cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Continuing this in your own time, feeling the deep stretch in the wrists. Taking one last cat and cow here. Coming back to center and turning your hands so your fingertips are facing forward. Walking your hands out in front of you, keeping your hips in line with your knees and lowering your forehead to the mat. Keep your elbows lifted off the mat so the arms are engaged. Extended puppy dog pose. Now anchor your elbows on the mat, bringing your hands together in a prayer pose behind your head. This helps to target the upper back more. Inhaling deep into the diaphragm, and with every exhale, sinking the chest deeper towards the mat in this blissful heart opener. Keeping your knees and elbows planted on the mat, transition through to Cobra. Planting the hands on the mat and extending the arms, coming into full Cobra. Engaging the core to prevent your right hip from dropping. Release the right hand, lifting that arm straight up in the air above you. Gaze towards that right hand and release. This time lifting the left arm up into the sky, looking up at that hand, keeping the left hip raised and releasing. Shift the hips back into our tabletop position, tuck the toes under, lifting the hips to the sky for downward dog. Walking the feet out, stretching the muscles, warming into our first downward dog. And pressing the heels towards the mat, sinking that sternum closer towards the ground. Focusing on your pranayama, syncing your breath with your movements. With each exhale, sinking that little bit lower towards the mat. Drawing a deep breath in, and on the exhale, taking 4 to 6 slow steps towards your hands. Coming into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Interlacing your fingers behind your back and pulling your hands over your head. Just taking it as far as your body guides you. Feeling that gentle release in the shoulders and the upper back. If you would like, you can advance this pose by rocking your hands side to side, left to right, bending at the knees if you need to, feeling that deeper stretch but not pushing it too far, listening to your body, gently rocking. When you are ready, slowly release your hands, bend at the knees and place your hands underneath your feet, palms facing up. This provides a gentle stretch along the back side of the wrist. Slowly release your hands from beneath your feet. And gently, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll yourself up to standing mountain pose, Tadasana. Hands at heart center. Take a step to your side, facing short ways down your mat, taking your left leg behind your right leg and your hands intertwined above your head, tilting the hands to the right and looking underneath the left armpit. Urdhva Hastasana, crescent moon pose. Feeling that deep stretch down the side body. And when you are ready, returning to center and releasing your hands. Walking the legs out if you need, and this time taking the right leg behind the left and bringing the hands up above your head, tilting to the left and looking up underneath the right armpit. Breathing deeply into the right side body. Taking a deep breath in, and on the exhale, returning to center, releasing the hands and walking the feet out. Taking a step so that you're facing lengthways down your mat, bring your feet to the edges of your mat, turning the toes out on a 45-degree angle. Hands at prayer center, bending at the knees, coming into your yoga squat or malasana, using the elbows to push the knees apart. Placing your right hand on the mat, coming onto your fingertips and elongating your left arm out behind you at a 45-degree angle. Looking up at that hand in the sky, you should feel a slight stretch in your upper back. And releasing that hand, coming back into our prayer pose, grounding yourself in your yoga squat before taking this on the other side. This time, left fingertips to the mat, right arm up in the sky at a 45-degree angle. Remembering to gaze up at that hand. And releasing that hand to the mat. Moving your hands behind you and aligning your ankles with your knees and your hands with your shoulders. Inhale, and on the exhale, draw your hips up into our reverse tabletop position. Leaning the head all the way back if your neck allows. Deeply stretching the hip flexors. Now slowly making your way out of this pose by first lowering the hips to the mat and then gently tilting the head forward. Transitioning into our bound angle pose, bringing the feet together, holding onto them with your hands and letting the knees splay out wide. Ensuring you are keeping a straight spine from your crown chakra, the head, to your root chakra, the base of the spine. Breathing deep into the diaphragm, feeling the stomach rise and fall. And when you are ready, moving your hands behind you and lowering your torso to the mat, keeping your legs the same for our reclined bound angle pose or reclined butterfly. Supta Baddha Konasana. Placing one hand on your belly and one hand over your heart. Feeling the gentle inhales and exhalations through the diaphragm, while simultaneously feeling your heart beating. Anahata, the fourth chakra or heart chakra. The center of love for yourself and others, compassion, empathy, and forgiveness. Anahata is a bridge between the lower and upper chakras. Associated as an air element, keeping this element flowing by opening our heart center. Balance and unblock the heart chakra by practicing gratitude, affirmations, and meditation. You can stay in this pose for as long as you like, but if you are ready, lift the arms above the head and have a big stretch. Bring the knees together and roll onto your side into our fetal position. From here, slowly make your way up into a seated position, cross-legged in the middle of your mat. Take some final shoulder rolls, and to finish, we'll take some side stretches. Right arm down onto the mat, lifting the left arm over the head, looking up underneath that left armpit. And flowing the other way, left arm to the mat this time, right arm over the head, looking up underneath the right armpit. And exhaling back to center, bringing your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for taking the time to practice yoga today. Your body will be thanking you. I hope this yoga class has helped release some tension so that you're ready to get back on the pole. Sending you love and light. Namaste.